Hello everybody. I wanted to show you how you can easily install IncoPOS on Linux. Many people are scared of Linux, but newer versions, they are super easy to install. It just takes a few minutes, and the big benefit is that Linux can run on pretty old hardware and it can run pretty fast. And also it's free. So you can just download it. The Linux that you're seeing here is Linux Mint. And you can just get it from their website. That's the version I downloaded, Cinnamon Edition, Linux Mint 22.3. You just download it, install it in a few minutes. And what we're going to do is install here IncoPOS. IncoPOS can run on Windows, Linux, and macOS, and on Linux it's not less capable. So what we're going to do is we'll go to vladster.net, and here in the download section you have Linux. We're going to download the deb package, and you can try to open it, but it's not going to install immediately. We have some dependencies that we need to fix. So thing is, to run on Linux we need something called Mono, and we're going to download it from a website. Actually, we're just going to instruct our Linux how to download it. We have some commands here that they are for Ubuntu, which is another flavor of Linux, and Debian. All of them are actually Debian-based, including Linux Mint. So the instructions are pretty clear, and they'll just add some certificates, some keys that will let Linux know where to download Mono from. So I'll just copy these, and we need to open a terminal. Here we have a terminal icon. I open it, paste, right click and paste. Now just press enter. We have a password that we set up when we install Linux, so I'll just enter it. And that's pretty much it. Now, if I go back to the downloads here, if I press on the deb package, I see that this is not ready anymore. So we'll have some packages that we'll need to download. Now Linux knows where to get it from. So when I press install package, it will ask me for my password again. And then it will tell me you have to download all that stuff. I'll say OK, and it will start downloading. It will take a minute to do so, and after that we'll have a fully installed IncoPOS. And the only difference with Windows will be that we don't have mariadb installed. mariadb is the database that can hold information for IncoPOS. This is not the only place where we can store information, but it's one of the best because it's free, it's very light, and it's very powerful. It can store a lot of data, and it can be used to connect multiple machines in a network. So if you have one store with like 5 cache registers, a back office, and so on, you can install mariadb on one computer, and all of them can connect to that computer to the local network, and they'll just work fine, and they'll share information. You don't need to store that information anywhere else. You just have to designate one computer for this. So this will be a second video that will explain how to use mariadb, but for that moment we'll just use IncoPOS with something local, which is called SQLite. When you install IncoPOS, you see nothing happened, but actually it got added to the menu we can go to Office, and here you have IncoPOS. And as you can see, started. You can go to the setup wizard and finish. See, there's no connection with the database because by default it tries to connect to MariaDB, but we don't have that. So we choose change database, and now MariaDB and MySQL server, for our cases, let's say they're the same thing. SQLite is something that doesn't require any server, so just create a database. I'll call it store, and I'll create a sample database. And just have to choose the name for the workstation, and we have access with the users. This one has the most access. I'll just type in this password, and we're in. We can also check for updates, but currently we're checking for the stable versions. There may be newer alpha versions. You can go to the settings, updates, and then you can change to alpha. And then if I check again for updates, we'll see there's a newer one. You can update quickly. Restart. Enter our password again. And we're ready. And you have the latest IncoPOS running on Linux, and you have all the features. You can check in the about page that's from a very recent version, and you're ready to go. You can create your own database. This one is a sample database with some sample data here, so you can try and see if IncoPOS is for you, and then you can create your own database with blank data, with only what you need from change database. That was pretty much all I wanted to show you for IncoPOS for Linux. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, like the video, press the bell button, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.